Hi everyone, Radhe Radhe. In this video, we're going to be doing Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 8. And yeah, so that's it. Let's call out to Bhagwan Shri Krishna. I'm in a little bit of a rush, so I'm going to be going through it as quicker than usual. Okay, so let's do our prayer. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. My tongue is hurting a little bit. There is something, it's cutting. So I might not be able to talk as properly. Okay, so let's read the verses. Questions by King Parikshit. 1. King Parikshit inquired from Shukdev Goswami, how did Narad Muni, whose hearers are as fortunate as those instructed by Lord Brahma, explain the transcendental qualities of the Lord who is without material qualities and before whom did he speak? So Parikshit Maharaj is asking now Shukdev Goswami, how did Narad Muni um, explain the transcendental qualities of the Lord? 2. The king said, I wish to know. The narrations concerning the Lord who possess wonderful potencies are certainly auspicious for the living beings of all planets. 3. O great fortunate Shukdev Goswami, please continue narrating Srimad Bhagavatam so I can place my mind upon the Supreme Soul, Lord Krishna, and being completely freed from material qualities, thus relinquish this body. 4. Persons who hear Srimad Bhagavatam regularly are always kindly taking the matter very seriously and have Bhagwan Shri Krishna manifested in their hearts within a short time. 5. The sound incarnation of Bhagwan Shri Krishna, the Supreme Soul, that is Srimad Bhagavatam, enters into the heart of a self-realized devotee, sits on the lotus flower of his loving relationship, and thus cleanses the dust of material associations such as lust, anger, and hankering. Thus it acts like autumnal rains upon pools of muddy water. 6. A pure devotee of the Lord whose heart has at once been cleansed by the process of devotional service never relinquishes the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, for they fully satisfy him as a traveler is satisfied at home after a troubled journey. 7. O learned Brahman, the transcendental spirit soul is different from the material body. Does he acquire the body accidentally or by some cause? Will you kindly explain this, for it is known to you? 8. If Bhagwan, from whose abdomen the lotus stem is sprouted, is possessed, that's Mahavishnu, is possessed of, no, not Mahavishnu, someone else. One Garbhodakshay Vishnu, Karnodakshay Vishnu, Kriyodakshay Vishnu, I don't know which one of them, is possessed of a gigantic body according to his own caliber and measurement, then what is the specific difference between the body of the Lord and those of the common living entities? 9. Brahma, who was not born of material source but of the lotus flower coming out of the navel abdomen of the Lord, is the creator of all those who are materially born. Of course, by the grace of the Lord, Brahma was able to see the form of the Lord. 10. Please also explain Bhagwan, who lies in every heart as the super soul and as the Lord of all energies, but is untouched by his external energy. 11. O learned Brahmana, it was formally explained that all the planets of the universe with their respective governors are situated in the different parts of the gigantic body of the Virat Purush. I have also heard that the different planetary systems are supposed to be in the gigantic body of the Virat Purush. But what is their actual position? Will you please explain that? 12. Also, please explain the duration of the time between creation and annihilation, and also of other subsidiary creations as well as the nature of time, indicated by the sound of past, present, and future. Also, please explain the duration and measurement of life of the living beings, different living beings known as the demigods, human beings, etc., and different planets of the universe. 13. O purest of the Brahmanas, please also explain the cause of different durations of time, both short and long, as well as the beginning of time following the course of action. 14. Then again, kindly describe how the proportionate accumulation of the reactions resulting from different modes of material nature act upon the desiring living being, promoting or degrading him among the different species of life, beginning from the demigods down to the most insignificant creatures. 15. O best of Brahmanas, please also describe how the creation of the globes throughout the universe, the four directions of the heavens, the sky, the planets, the stars, the mountain, the river, the seas and the islands, as well as their different kinds of inhabitants, take place. 16. Also, please describe the inner and outer space of the universe by specific divisions, as well as the character and activities of the great souls, and also the characteristics of the different classifications of the castes and orders of social life. 17. Please explain all the different ages and the duration of the creation, and also the duration of such ages. Also, tell me about the different activities of the different incarnations of the Lord in different ages. 18. Please also explain what may generally be the common religious affiliations of human society, as well as their specific occupational duties in religion, the classification of social orders, as well as the administrative, royal orders, and the religious principles for one who may be in distress. 19. Kindly explain all the above elementary principles of creation, the number of such elementary principles, their causes, their development, and also the process of devotional service, and the method of mystic powers. Basically, he's just asking lots and lots and lots of questions. 20. What are the opulences of the great mystics and what is their ultimate realization? How does the perfect mystic become detached from the subtle astral body? What is the basic knowledge of the Vedic literatures, including the branches of history and supplementary Puranas? 21. Please explain to me how the living beings are generated, how they are maintained, and how they are annihilated. Tell me also of the advantages and disadvantages of discharging devotional service to the Lord. What are the Vedic rituals and injunctions of the supplementary Vedic rites, and what are the procedures of religion, economic development, and sense satisfaction? Basically, these are the questions that we should be asking. 22. Please also explain how, merged in the body of the Lord, living beings are created and how the infidels appear in the world. Also, please explain how the unconditioned living entities exist. 23. The independent Bhagwan enjoys his pastimes by his internal potency and at the time of annihilation gives them up to the external potency, and he remains a witness to it all. 24. O great sage, representative of the Lord, kindly satisfy my inquisitiveness in all that I have inquired from you, and all that I may not have inquired from you from the very beginning of my questionings. Since I am a soul surrendered unto you, please impart full knowledge in this correction. 25. O great sage, you are as good as Brahma, the original living being. Others follow custom only as followed by the previous philosophical speculators. 26. O learned Brahmana, because of my drinking of the nectar of the message of the infallible Bhagwan, which is flowing down from the ocean of your speeches, I do not feel any exhaustion due to my fasting. 27. Sutta Goswami said, thus Shukdev Goswami, being invited by Maharaj Parikshit to speak on topics of Bhagwan Shri Krishna with the devotees, was very much pleased. 28. He began to reply to the inquiries of Maharaj Parikshit by saying that the science of Bhagwan was spoken first by the Bhagwan himself to Brahma when he was born. Srimad Bhagavatam is the supplementary Vedic literature and it is just in pursuance of the Vedas. 29. He is also prepared himself to reply to all that King Parikshit had inquired from him. Maharaj Parikshit was the best in the dynasty of the Pandus and thus he was able to ask the right questions from the right person. Okay, so that's it for this chapter. We'll do chapter 10 tomorrow. My tongue is hurting right now, so I'm not going to do another one, although I need to catch up with a bunch of things. But yes, wish you a day filled with lots and lots of Bhagwan Shri Krishna's mercy. Radhe Radhe.